On in the chat window. Is it audible to everyone? Okay. All right, guys. All right then. Perfect. Let's get started. Let's get started. Just 2 minutes, guys. Just 2 minutes. We'll start the session. Just 2 minutes. We'll start the session. Okay. Right. Let's start it. Before starting the session, to give an information, you guys are knowing about my name. So myself is Suresh. Working as software testing trainer in Naresh IT. Working as software testing trainer in Naresh IT. Okay, having 15 years of IT experience. Having with 15 years of IT experience in the software industry. Having with knowledge of all the tools, like maximum of automation tools, I used to be able to work. So the today's session, we are taking care about in having the information. The today's session, we are taking care about in having the information related to Tosca. Okay, let's start it then. Before starting, anyone totally new to the testing? Is that anyone joined like totally new to the testing? Just please respond in the chat window. Like, is that you guys are totally new to the testing? Can you please respond in the chat window? The one who has been totally new to the testing, can you guys please respond in the chat window? Okay. Okay, guys. Right. I'm seeing a lot of new people totally new to the testing, but don't worry about it all. Don't worry about it all. So to get in a basic information, related to testing, I mean, to get in a basic information related to testing, you guys can go through the first session of Tosca. You guys can go through the first session of the Tosca, which is available in our Naresh IT YouTube channel. Okay, so you guys can go through the first session of Tosca, which has been available in this particular Naresh IT YouTube channel. For example, if you want to see the link, I can give the link here. You need to be just take care about in having this particular URL. Let me provide this particular link. In the chart window. I'm just giving the URL. I'm just giving with the URL in the chart window. So the one who are totally new, the one who has been totally new to the testing, you guys can refer this particular video related to session 1 of the Tosca. Okay, right. Now, the very first understanding, we used to be mentioning that software testing. In simple, as most of you guys are aware of that, software testing can be divided into two things, considering that manual testing, and automation testing. Manual testing and automation testing. Now, the meaning of manual testing, considering that testing done with the help of human interactions. Testing done with the help of human interactions. At the same time, we got automation testing. At the same time, we got automation testing. This particular automation testing, we need to be get mentioning the testing done by the tools. In simple, manual testing done by human interactions, automation testing done by the tools. That particular automation tools divided into two things here. Considering the open source tools, and then mentioning the paid tools here. I'm not talking about manual testing in the session. I'm not discussing anything related to manual testing on this particular session. This particular session purely related to automation. This particular session purely related to automation testing. That automation testing using Tosca. So by the end of the today's session, you guys will understand that what is mean by Tosca. You will understand that what is mean by Tosca. What make you the main difference between other automation tools and the Tosca automation tool. That you will understand, and you will understand the advantages, the main advantages of Tosca tool, and after that you will have one sample example how we can do automation without any programming. How we can do automation without any programming with the help of Tosca tool. That is what the agenda of today's session. Okay, and all you guys, any specific clarifications you got? All you guys, any specific clarifications you got? All those clarifications I will clarify at the end of the session. At the end of the session, I'll give enough time. At the end of the session, I'll give enough time to clarify all your questions here. So because of that, please look into that. Please look into the concept, what I'm explaining. At the end of the session, I'll give enough time for each and every one to clarify all your regular questions related to testing. Not only Tosca, related to the testing career, what kind of questions you got, I'll clarify. But please give me the time to complete my explanation and I'll come up with your clarifications here. Okay, right. See the understanding. We got software testing divided into manual testing, automation testing. The automation testing meaning is done by tools. That particular tools divided into two things: paid tools and open source. Paid tools and open source. The meaning of paid tools. The meaning of paid tools. Considering that license. The meaning of paid tools, considering that license. You have to take license from the specific companies and you need to start working with the tool. As an example, the one tool name QTP. The one tool name QTP. QTP is one tool name. Another one, test complete. Another one, RFT, rational functional tool. RFT means rational functional tool. In a similar way, QTP, quick test professional. QTP, quick test professional. At the same time, we got considering the test partner, and at the same time, we got our tool name considering that Tosca. So all these are paid tools. That means if I want to work with any of these tools, if I want to work with any of these particular tools, first we need to take care about taking the license from that particular companies or from that particular tool, and you have to start working with the tool here. But if I consider open source, the meaning of open source, free of cost. The meaning of open source, free of cost. Just internet connection. Internet connection is available. Download from the internet. Just download from the internet and you can start working with the tool. As a best example, most of the people are knowing about the tool name considering the Selenium. As a best example, you can consider the Selenium. So Selenium is one of the best example for open source automation tool. Nowadays, related to the testing, most of the projects are implementing with the help of the Selenium tool here. Not only Selenium, along with the Selenium, we have a lot of tools are there in the market. We got Sahi, considering that Water, and considering that taking with Auto IT, considering that Sikoli. Lot of tools are available in the market. But every tool, it will have its own future. It's not like always you will work with Selenium or always you will work with the Tosca. According to that project, every tool, it will have its own advantages. It will have its own drawbacks here. You guys may have a very general doubt. A very common doubt is, sir, you are saying that QTP, Test Complete or Tosca, all these are paid tools. That means we have to invest the budget. Client has to spend some budget for taking with license on the tool. But Selenium or some other tools are open source, right? So when you considering that open source as is a free of cost, why we are having all these tools? Why not just you can work with open source tools here? The general doubt you will have. Let's go with the very simple understanding. All you guys are using the mobile. All you guys are using the mobile. If you understand, is that everyone is using the mobile of iPhone? Is it all you guys are using the mobile of iPhone? Because consider like iPhone is having a lot of features, but is that everyone are using the mobile of iPhone only? No, right? Not like mandatory that everyone has been using with the mobile of iPhone. Even though it is having some great features, everyone will look into their comfortable, their requirement. According to their comfortable, according to their requirement, they will come up with what kind of the mobile need to be used. That means every mobile, every model, it got its own market here. The same thing applied in automation tools also. According to that project, according to the project to get automated, every tool, it is having its own market here. But when you consider all these particular automation tools, when you consider all these particular automation tool, the current market is having with Selenium. The current market is having with Selenium, because the Selenium is purely open source tool, which is having with the more market when you compare with any other automation tools here. Considering that this particular Tosca, you can consider that upcoming tool into the market. Tosca is upcoming tool into the market. Okay, because the Selenium already there in the market, but it's not like for Selenium the market will reduced. It will be there. Apart from that, Tosca is one of the tool coming into the market. Nowadays, slowly, most of the clients, maximum of MNC companies, previously only MNC companies, but now slowly level 4 companies, level 3 companies, even startup companies also has been started thinking about using with the Tosca tool here. So why we got in a demand? Why the demand is creating for the Tosca tool? So what make you the reasons? What make you the advantages? And what make you the difference between other automation tools and this particular Tosca tool? Let's understand step by step. Let's understand step by step. Now, see that. So we'll try to understand that. First thing, what exactly mean by Tosca? What is Tosca? First thing, what is Tosca? In simple, you guys are knowing that Tosca is one automation tool. Perfectly okay. But what exactly mean by that? We have in a full form. The meaning of this Tosca, if you want to cross check the full form, you can see that. The full form of the Tosca, T stands for topology. Topology and orchestration specification for cloud applications. Okay, in a short form, in simple, we got the name is Tosca here. In short form, in a very simple way, we got a tool name is Tosca. So the full form of Tosca is topology and orchestration specification for cloud applications, which has been introduced by Tricent company. That is one IT company. Tricent is Tricent is one IT company. So that particular IT company has been introduced this particular tool into the market here. Now, what exactly this tool? The Tosca is software testing, not related to development. See the terminology. It is clearly mentioning the software testing automation tool. Software testing automation tool, which is used to automate end-to-end testing. The very most important one, the very most important one. Now you can understand why you are getting the market in future for the Tosca, because this particular Tosca can be applicable for end-to-end testing. Starting from testing, I mean, starting from the smoke testing. Like there are different types of testings are there that you guys will understand. So starting from the smoke testing to releasing into the live, end-to-end testing, we can automate. In that end-to-end testing also, we can go with functional and non-functional testing. We can go with functional and non-functional testing. Okay, so this is what the main reason why we can expect the market in future. So considering that Tosca is one software testing automation tool which is used to automate end-to-end testing of functional and non-functional testing. Okay, and not only just in a testing, the testing can be applied. This particular testing or this particular Tosca tool, it can be integrated with management tools also. You guys may heard about some of the management tool. As an example, we got in a management tool, Zira or taking with Rally. In a market, lot of tools are there. We can integrate with the Tosca with these tools also. Along with that, we can go with API, application programming interface, API testing, application programming interface. We have a possibility in implementing with lot of new things has been providing. So that is how we are expecting a very good market in future. So see the whole understanding. So Tosca is one software testing automation tool which has been used to automate end-to-end testing, includes of functional and non-functional testing. Along with that, we can go with integrating with management tools and API, and this Tosca developed by the company considering the Tricent. So Tricent is one of the Australian company, the IT company. This particular company has been introduced this particular Tosca tool into the market. Okay, so this is the first understanding of what is meant by Tosca tool. Let's look into advantages. See the advantages. A lot of advantages are there. In the first advantage, multiple features in one tool, single tool. In simple, you guys will be saying that like one-man army, right? Same thing here. This Tosca tool is like in a one-man army here, because this particular Tosca tool has been taking care about all the things in one single part. If you want to cross-check that, see the UI of the Tosca. How to install the Tosca tool, how to download it, everything I'll take one more session. In future, I will be taking with the one more session. For now, I've been already installed. Now we can see we have in a test cases. We can create the test cases. We can provide requirements also. Not required to go with any other part. In this tool only, you can provide the requirements. We can execute your automation script. Issues, bug reporting. We can go with the bug reporting. We can configure a lot of new things. You can come up with the planning, the test plan activity. Lot of things we can do here. So if I consider this Tosca tool, use the option of section, you will get to know what are the things we can implement. All the things in one tool. We have test cases, we have execution, we have modules, we have issues. Issues, consider bug reporting. Reporting, generating different type of reports. Requirements, you can document your project related requirements. Test case design, you can design the test cases. Test planning, you can come up with the test plan. Everything in one particular tool. This is what one main advantage. A very rare cases you can expect. A very rare cases you can expect this kind of the tool here. So that is what we are clearly saying, that end-to-end testing. That is what we are clearly saying, that end-to-end testing. That is what you will have in a testing. Requirements, test plan, and then test cases, execution, bug reporting, and finally live environment or production. STLC, software testing life cycle. Software testing life cycle. We can implement the whole STLC in the tool only. So that is how we mentioned as end-to-end testing, end-to-end testing tool here. So this is what your very first advantage of this particular Tosca tool, considering the multiple features in one tool here. After that, another most important one, no scripting required. That is what nowadays all the people are expecting, right? Maximum of all you guys are expecting, sir, we are totally new to the IT industry. We doesn't know any programming. We doesn't know any coding at all. We doesn't know ABCDs in programming. We are totally new to the coding, but we require an IT job. So any tool, so any course related to this particular IT job without having any programming, that you can consider software testing. Because when you are considering the software testing, what are the things we got? Manual testing, no programming at all. If you want to work with the testing, if you want to work with the manual testing, no coding at all. In the manual testing, there is no coding at all. But automation testing, we required basic programming. Automation testing, we required basic programming in case you are working with QTP, you require the knowledge of VB script, scripting language, VB scripting, programming knowledge, the basic knowledge required. Selenium, considering that this particular Selenium, the basic knowledge of core Java. Anyway, in the training program, core Java concepts also will be covered in all the institutes here. But I'm giving an example. Selenium, you required core Java basic knowledge. QTP, you required VB script, scripting knowledge. But Tosca, when you're working with the Tosca tool, there is no programming for the Tosca tool. There is no coding for the Tosca tool. Just you have to take care about drag and drop activity. As an example, if you look into this, you have to take care about in dragging it. Like this is how you need to drag it and you need to drop it. See here, I'm dragging it, dropping it somewhere. According to your requirement, you need to be come up with in dropping it. Right? So according to the requirement, you need to come up with dropping it. So taking care about just drag and drop activity. You need to take care about, you need to take care about just in a drag and drop activity. That is what the major advantage. That is what the major advantage while working with the Tosca. Even API testing also can be done. See the one column, API testing. Everything we can implement a different type of the testing by using this particular Tosca tool. We can come up with in doing not only functional testing, non-functional testing, API testing can be done. Even performance testing also can be done. Maximum of the testings we can implement it in this particular Tosca tool here. Okay. Now, see the very first advantage. There is no programming at all. There is no scripting at all. If there is no programming, there is no scripting, your learning will become in a very fast and your working also will become in a very fast here. Right? So your learning will become in a very fast. Your learning will become in a very fast and your working also will become in a very fast here. So that is how we are clearly saying that no scripting has been required. So that means going forward in future, when you're taking with the testing training, the whole testing, manual testing, automation testing, there is no programming at all. So without doing with the programming, you guys are having the option. Without doing the programming, we have an option of to enter into the IT industry. So that is what, considering that there is no scripting. After that, desktop applications. I mean, we can automate by using this particular Tosca. By using this particular Tosca, we can automate web-based applications and we can automate Windows-based applications. Nothing but desktop applications. What are the desktop application? The best example I can consider calculator. Calculator is the desktop application. Word file, notepad file, command prompt, everything, any kind of application can be automated by using the Tosca. Web applications, any web application you can consider. For example, this is one of the insurance project related to the Naresh IT. So this web application, or Amazon, one web application, Gmail, one web application. You can take care about in automating with web-based applications, and we can take care about in automating with Windows-based applications or desktop applications. Right? So this is what we have an advantage. So we are able to automate any of these applications without doing any programming. Just by performing the drag and drop activity, we are able to automate. And then we got testing methodology. Testing methodology means we can apply agile model. We have an agile model, right? So when you're taking within this IT industry as part of SDLC models, waterfall model, V model, agile model. For this particular one, we have an option in applying with agile process we can implement in this particular Tosca tool here. Right? Guys, I'll clarify your questions. Nothing to worry. I'm seeing some people are typing the questions. I'll clarify all your questions at the end of the session. Okay, nothing to worry. Just let me complete my explanation. Okay, so we can apply agile process, supports for multiple platform. I mean, we are able to get automate any kind of operating system. I mean, this tool can be supported for multiple operating systems. The one major advantage. After that, we got the most important one, the very most important one, quality vendor support. Quality vendor support. What is the meaning of that? Now assume that this is a very new tool in the market. Tosca is very new tool in the market. You are working on the tool. Somehow you got some issues with the tool only. Just see that you are having some issues in the tool only. Then whom you have to contact? Whom you have to contact? That is what you have, a very good customer support. A very good customer support is there for this particular tool. If you want to cross check that, if you want to just cross check that, you can type it considering the Tosca. Okay, so if you go to this particular one, if I go to this particular tool, I can see here, you will be having considering that taking with services and support. Right? So you have any different type of products that you will be taking with the Tosca. So considering that it will give you end-to-end features here. Right? So you have in a very good support is there. For example, let me type Tosca installation. Just I'll go with Tosca installation. I'm not discussing it. Just I'm giving the information how you guys can expect the support, how you guys can expect with the support here. Let's see that. Let's see that. Considering that if I'm taking with this particular one. Now we can see a very perfect documentation has been provided. A very perfect documentation has been provided in go with having this particular one here. Right? So here, each and everything, all the support will be provided. You can go to that particular support. So everything can be provided from this particular Tricentis company. So just in that company, you have an option of support. Go to that support, post your query. Whatever your query is there, you can post your query. You will be able to get with the solution. Like a lot of forums already created to have in a multiple discussions related to the tool here. Another advantage, easy to interface. Easy to use because it's a user interface, very comfortable. See the interface. You are able to see more in the color coding is there. Color preference will be there. See that all the models are orange color. If I'm taking test cases like light, the blue color, I mean the light one, like requirements, yellow color, execution, green color. So they're given, including the color specifications also they're given. So it will make you more comfortable for the user. It will make you more comfortable for the user in learning the tool or working with the tool. The user friendly. Easy interface has been provided. It is like more user friendly we got. Right? So that is what we used to be considering the easy to use interface. And after that, which you will be taking with in considering that, which you will be taking with and considering that the Tosca has been supporting for GUI application, non-GUI application. GUI means graphical user interface. GUI means graphical user interface. Non-GUI, the best example. For example, GUI, this application. Now this is graphical user interface. Non-GUI, considering the command prompt. This is a non-GUI. There is no UI at all. Command prompt is non-GUI application. There is no UI at all. These kind of applications also we can get automated with the help of the Tosca tool here. Okay. After that, it will provide the facility of risk coverage. Like when you're doing the testing, we can come up with in analyzing, we can come up with in analyzing what is the risk is there in having that particular respective functionality. So what exactly the risk can be provided in that particular respective functionality. The risk coverage also can be done, right? And we can come up with, it can come up with in doing, creating with the test cases with less time, creating the test cases with less time, because there is no programming at all, right? As there is no programming, there is no coding, just you have to comfortable what are the steps you have to follow, how to take drag and drop here. Okay, so just if you got understanded, if you got understanded, taking with the just drag and drop activity of the steps, very easily you can work on the tool here. And after that, considering the reasonable price. This is Tosca is licensed tool only, but before 1 year, the cost is very high. Before 1 year, the cost is very high because of the not able to purchase this tool by the maximum of IT companies. But nowadays, slowly they have been reduced the price of, slowly they have been reduced with the price also, because of that all the companies, even the startup companies also, as price has been reduced for the tool, even startup companies also thinking about to work with this tool here. So considering the reasonable price. After that, taking with regular updates, very regular updates will be there. For example, now we got, for example, now we got almost the version of 16. Tosca 16 is the very latest version. Very regularly, they will come up with adding the new features for the tool and they will release into the market. So very regular updates, very regular features has been provided in the tool here. After that, we have quick results. So once it got executed, the reporting also, we can go with. The reporting part also can be provided in a very smooth way. So if we see here, everything is the built-in. For example, just an example, if I see here, so here you will be able to see that considering the having all the things here. I have not done anything, but once execution is done, at what time it has been started, how much time it has been taken, what is the total time, everything can be provided in a very detailed here. So that kind of reporting also, it will be provided. And another major advantage, framework. In most of the tools, you have to design one framework. You have to do a lot of things, but Tosca built-in framework. Tosca is built-in framework. No framework to be designed. There is no concept of you guys need to design the framework. Already Tosca people provided the framework, built-in framework already provided. Just very easily you can go with working with the tool here. And considering the regression testing, mainly automation will go with the regression testing, right? So that regression testing can be completed in a very less time here. Not like taking the more time. I'll give an example. In the next step, I'll take one test case and we'll see how much time we are taking to automate the test case. Then you can easily understand that how much time we are taking to automate the test case. In a very simple way, in a very easy way, you can automate the test case. And considering that your maintenance, the maintenance of the tool or maintenance of the script also very less only. Because according to the Tosca tool itself, they given the inbuilt framework. They given with the inbuilt framework, and then they provided the inbuilt framework and then the given the folder structure also, built-in folder structure is there. We can follow that particular built-in folder structure to go with the maintenance part in a very simple way. So this is what your major advantages, your main advantages of the Tosca tool, why you guys can expect the market for the tool here. Right? Still, lot of other advantages are there. Still, lot of other advantages are there. In future, you will understand. In future, you will understand all those advantages here. But for now, we'll see one example. If I want to automate or if I want to design any automation script, if I want to develop automation script, how to develop automation script? Let's see that. Now, if you want to develop automation script, first what you required, manual steps has been required. Considering that manual test case step, manual test case steps has been required. That is mandatory. Because of that, any tool you guys are learning, you may learn Selenium tool, QTP tool, Tosca tool, some other tool. Any automation tool you guys are learning, manual is important. Manual testing is important. Without doing the manual testing, directly can't go with automation because manual test cases required. First, you have to design manual test cases, then only we can come up with automation testing. As an example, I'm taking the manual steps. What are the manual steps? First, I want to launch browser. After that, I want to enter URL. After that, enter username. After that, enter password. And considering that, click on, I'm taking this application. I'm taking my Naresh IT application. Considering that, click on submit. That is submit button. I want to click on submit button. And finally, taking with click on logout. And the last step, considering that, close application. Now, these many steps, how simple you can automate. How simple you can automate, how easy you can automate. Let's see that. What is the first step? Launching the browser. Launching the browser is first step. That means just browser need to open. That information we have to provide. Which browser need to open, everything we have to provide. And just 1 minute, guys. Right. Sorry, guys. Right. So we need to get open, launching the browser, enter the URL. After that, we need to enter the username. Where I have to enter the username? I want to enter the username in the text box. Which text box? Username text box. That information you have to provide to the Tosca tool. For the Tosca tool, you have to provide. What you have to provide? Open application. Or you can consider open URL. For Tosca, we have to inform. What you have to inform? So Tosca, open URL, open application. How to do? That is what I'm going to explain. Next, what you have to do? You have to enter username. Where you have to enter the username? Where you have to enter the username? In username text box. In username text box. That we'll see how we can inform. We'll see. After that, password. After that, password. Password also same. what you have to do? You have to say that enter password in password text box. In password text box. After that, click activity. After that, click activity. You have to say that perform click activity. Even log out also click activity. Finally, close. These information we have to provide. To provide all these information, you are taking with two main concepts. You are taking with two main concepts in Tosca, considering that taking with module, another one test case. Two simple options. Two simple options you are using. Only two simple options you are using. One is module, another one test cases. One is module, another one test cases. Okay, let's see here. Let's go to the tool. Two simple. One is modules, another one test case. Very easily we can automate. Let's what I have to do. I have to enter the data in the text box, right? Further, our Tosca tool has to identify. Our Tosca tool need to recognize the text box. Further, under modules, there is a concept. Under the modules, there is a concept of XScan. That means this module need to scan the text box. It has to recognize the text box. Where it has to perform the action, it has to recognize. How simple we can do, how easy we can do. Let's see here. I'm taking, first I will create, for easy understanding, I'm creating one folder. Saying that NareshIT workshop 2 or session 2. NareshIT workshop 2. Otherwise, I'll go with session 2 as part of your comfortable session 2. Okay. Under that, I'm creating one more folder. I'll create one more folder for easy understanding. Taking with test case 1. What is this test case? Login, logout. Now, under this, I'm taking with what I'm taking here, scan. What I want to scan? Application. Because I want to recognize it, right? I want to recognize it. What I will do? Scan application. Now, whatever the applications you are already open, the tool will recognize. That is what the tool is having. AI, artificial intelligence. This tool also working the concept of AI, artificial intelligence. Now we can see it is scanning all the things. What are the windows I got to open? Browsers I got to open. Everything it is scanning here. Now what I require, this browser, this application. Just select it, click on scan. Just click on scan. It will scan it. Okay, now we can say it will scan it. Okay, now what I will do is I'll click on basic. What is meant by all the things you will understand? What is mean by basic? What is mean by understand? Everything I will explain in the coming session. Now what I want to do? I want to identify username text box. Just I'm moving my mouse cursor. I'm just moving the mouse cursor to recognize the text box. Just click. Done. Just click. Done. Now what I'll do, save. Just go with the save for every step for easy understanding. Click on save. It will save. Again, what I required? Password. Click on that. Again, I'll click on save. After that, what I required? Button. Okay. Click on save. That is done. Okay. Now I got username, I got password, I got submit button. Next, what I required? Log out. Let me close the screen. I'll do the login. I'll do the login. Okay. I'll do the login. Now, what I need to do, log out. Let's see how we can recognize. Let's see how we can recognize. All your objects already got it. Username, password, everything. Same. I'm just taking the same. Taking with this module. Not required model. Just I'll go with the scan. Rescan. I'm just taking the scan. Just I'm rescanning it, guys. I'm just scanning for the logout also. Logout I got. Scan. Okay, I'll go with basic. Basic. This logout. Let me close, guys. Just 1 minute. Let me rescan again. I'm just taking application. Select whatever the screen you want to scan. Whatever the screen you want to scan, you can log out. I required. Done. I'll click on save. Then close. Now this part is done. I done with all the things here. I done with all the things here. So now we can see here. So I done with all the things. Log out. Okay, done. This log out, I'll just make here only. Okay, done. Now we can see. So now we got scan it, right? Now what I require, test cases required. Let's see how we can do. Test cases, right click, new folder. Considering that Naresh IT, workshop 2 for easy understanding. Naresh IT, workshop 2. Another folder, test case 001, which a test case login, logout. Now you can see how I'm doing the drag and drop, step by step. Now I want to create the first step. What is the first step? I want to go with in creating with, I want to create with one test case. This is test case, right? Now, under this, I'll go with in creating with test case. See the test case, how I can create it, which I will be taking care about. This is folder. Under that, this is folder structure. Okay, create test case. This arrow one is the create test case. Okay. TC 001. Now under test case, what you will have? Test steps will be there. So I'm taking with add a test step. What is the first step? Open URL, open application, search for open URL. Just double click. Now what it is asking, when I'm taking that open URL, it will be asking about, URL. I need to provide that application URL. See the application URL, how I'm providing. For the first time looks like small confusion. But once you start working, more easy, guys, not at all any difficult. Just I'm giving application URL. Done. Provided application URL. Next, I want to add one more test step. Add a test step. So what is the next step? Enter username. We are already scan it. Just drag it, drop it. Very hard to drop under test case. Got it? No. Let me drag once again. I'm just dragging it. Just you have to take care about drop activity. Mm, Just drag. You need to drop it exactly. Otherwise, I'll do one thing. Add a test step. We got what we got, username, right? So we got in a username that I will be taking with that particular one. What is the username we provided? Username. Not this one. Let me change with the names of these things. Username 2. Just I'll rename password 2 for easy identification. We can provide any name. We can provide any name for easy understanding. I'm just taking with the name as a 2. Okay. Now username 2. Oh, it is not done. Add a test step. As an M2 not done. Let me save it, guys. Still it is not done. Okay. That as this is new tool, right? Some problem will be there with the refresh. Let me delete it. I'm just deleting it. I'm just deleting it. I will rescan it once again. I will rescan it once again. Okay. Scan application. Scan. First is username. Save. Password. Save. Submit. Save. First, let me complete these 3 steps. Now we got these 3 steps. I'll take this username and I'll provide here. Add a test step. Username we got still not done. Let me rename it. I'll just rename it to. Just for easy identification, I'm doing with the rename of 2. Username. Okay. Right. Now you can see here. We got username, we got password, and we got submit. What I will do, I will add here only. Okay. And here I will add with the step open URL. Okay. This open URL I'm taking here, right? Now I'll provide the URL. Let me provide URL. Okay. Now we can see here. So we are taking with opening with the URL. After that, what we have to enter? Username. For entering the username, what I have to do? What is the username I have to enter? Naresh IT. So this is how to enter this username. How to enter this username. So that is what it is taking with the input. You can see by default, it will have all the options will be there. So after that, what I have to do? Password. I have to enter that particular password. So automatically password will be encrypted. After that, what I have to do? Click activity. So I need to be get perform click activity. Automatically it will provide click activity, right? So now see the steps here. We are opening the URL. After that, once we got to open the URL, we are entering with the username, entering with the password, and then clicking on login. Let me run this. Let me run this. Now we can see here how we can run. Just I'm closing this browser. Now I'll run. How we will be running? Just this is the test case. This is the test case. See the overall test case. See the all the steps. You're opening this URL. You're typing the username, typing the password, doing the click activity. Now just take with the right click. Just take with the right click. Use with the option run in Scratchbook. Use the option is run in Scratchbook. Now we can see browser will open. My Chrome browser will open. It will check the license. License is mandatory for the tool. License is mandatory for the tool. It will check the license. And once it is valid, it will start executing. See the time also. Browser is launched. URL is entered. It will type username and it will type the password and it will click on submit button. Let me type the username. Username is typed it, password is typed it, click on login and giving the results. Right. I have not written to close. We can write the program to close also. So for now, we done up to login. Launching the browser, entering the URL, entering with the username. Okay. Let me give the results also. It is processing the results. Automatically, it will generate the results also. Now we can see here. See the results. Step by step, you are able to see all the information. Step by step, you are able to see all the information. What is the total duration execute? Yes, 16 seconds only, right? So each and every step, it will give the information. Each and every step, what are the steps it has been done? It will give the details here. So this is how your report will be provided as part of the tool. Just drag and drop very easily we can do it. This is how we have an option in taking care about doing this activity. Even what are the things we can do for each and everything it will provide. If we look into the test cases also, what are the steps we can perform? This is the button. Automatically, it will suggest it what is the activities we can do here. If I just click on this, only click. I can do only click. If that button is having the option of double click, automatically it will provide double click also. So this is how you need to get start working with the tool in just doing drag and drop activity. Okay, so this is our second session. First session, very basic. You can refer in the Naresh IT YouTube. And this is the second session. Maximum in the next week, I'll come up with the next session. In that next session, we'll take care about the very interesting concept, how we can perform verification and how we can provide wait statement. I want to wait for some time. How I can wait it? I want to verify that page is displayed or not. I want to verify how I can verify. So that new concept I'll take in the next workshop here. Okay. So for today, I'm stopping it. In the next workshop, I'll come up with and taking care about what kind of verification we can do by using with the Tosca and how we can provide wait statement. If I want to wait for some time, how we can wait for some time, how exactly we can do that particular part, we'll be discussing it. Okay, right. All right, guys. So now I'll come up with your questions. I'll come up to clarify your questions. If you guys are having any kind of question, you can come up with your questions. Just one by one, you guys can raise your hands. One by one, you guys can raise your hands. I'll come up with and answering all your questions related to the testing. Okay, just you guys can raise your hands. I'll give an unmute option for one by one. Yep. You can carry in your questions.
Yeah, hi sir.
Yes,
So you said something about API testing in this. I mean,
correct.
can you just give some details on that?
I mean, basically the main objective of API testing is how we are sending the request and how we are getting the response from the server. So that is the main concept of API testing. So that kind of testing also we can automate by using with the Tosca tool. So in this tool, what we can do is we can send the request like taking with the rest assured email heard about or taking with the postman. So what that particular tools they will be doing, they will send the request to the server, they will get the response. In a similar way, while working with the API also, I mean, while working the tool also, we can simulate similar kind of activities here.
So
Okay.
is there any integration we have a facility for
Yes,
Postman?
the slight integrations need to be done. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
I'll
Thank
see
you.
that to hear that information in the coming workshops. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Yep. Next. A new batch will be giving the information. For now, we have not started any new batch on the Tosca, but we are going to start new batch on Selenium. Okay, so for that, you guys can go to this referring with the Naresh IT website. If you go to the Naresh IT website, you guys will be able to see. If you go to the Naresh IT website, you will be able to see what are all the new batches has been starting. So we are going to start very new batch related to the Selenium from Monday. So we are going to start very new batch from related to the Selenium manual and Selenium automation from Monday. The timings will be the 7:30 p.m. Related to the Tosca, still we have not decided with the batch. I mean, not decided with the new batch. Soon we'll give the information related to that part also. Okay. Right. Still, any other clarifications from anyone? How much openings on Tosca? Now the market has been started slowly. The startup companies also has been started with having with the Tosca tool. So soon we can expect with the good market on this. Okay. Today class, it is not available in YouTube. We'll see that to posted on YouTube. Okay. Yeah. No more other clarifications, right? For Tosca, there is no programming. For Tosca, there is no programming at all. You doesn't require any programming for the Tosca. PDF file, we are doing some modifications to the PDF file. So once I done with the modifications, then we'll provide the PDF file. Okay. Yeah. Yes, it is already done, Deepak. Deepak, you got unmute option.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Actually, I have completed a manual testing, automation testing from your batch, sir. But right now, I don't have how to learn means Tosca. There is any batch
No,
available
that is
for
what we are
Tosca?
saying, right? Basically, from the Naresh IT, we have in a plan. Then, I mean, we have in a plan to start with the batch, but date is not decided. Once batch timings and then duration is decided, you will get the information.
Sir,
It will
my
take
another
hardly
question.
1 month. Yeah.
Okay, another question is, sir, Tosca is mandatory for testing means I have come Tosca
No,
tool.
it's not like in a Tosca is not like in a mandatory. We are saying that that is the reason I given a simple example of mobile example. So Tosca is one of the new tool coming into the market. So it depends on it. The clients who has to be use the tool, they will use it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Yep. Yes. Done, Shravanti. Shravanti unmute is done.
Yeah, hi Suresh.
Yep.
Very good
Yep.
afternoon.
Yep.
Actually, I was working on the cloud platform before, and
Mhm.
now I moved to the operations support as a team lead, which I'm not
Okay.
okay with. So I'm
Mhm.
actually looking into something without coding and scripting because I was into different domains, right? So I
Mhm.
heard this is the best tool which I can get into. So if you
Mhm.
can help me out, like how long will be the duration, and do I get a good opportunities if I move into it, and is it easy?
But
Learning?
for your level, I can suggest because you are into the team lead level. Now, if
Yeah,
you want to move to the next one also, similar role you need to expect it. So
yeah,
because of that, the learning with only Tosca, it will not help you as you are totally new to the testing. The better
yeah.
suggestion, you have to go with manual testing. Try to
Mhm.
learn Selenium along with the Tosca. By that, you will expect whether the same position because when you go with manual testing in detail and
Yeah.
Selenium one automation tool, Tosca one more automation tool, then it will
Mhm.
help you more comfortable to get converted into the totally
Mhm.
testing part.
Okay, got it. So for the same
Yep.
level, you mean to say to for me to mention in the project, so I can just work with
Yes.
this.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
okay,
Yep.
got it. So
Yep.
so we'll have a good openings. Do you mean to say for this particular
That
role?
is what I'm clearly saying, right? For your level, if you do
Oh,
only Tosca, you can't expect with the openings. When you
okay.
nowadays, the people are seeing the possibility for a Selenium and a Tosca, like having the combination of Selenium knowledge
Right.
and Tosca knowledge also, that will be
Mhm.
the one hot market because rarely the people will be maximum of the people will learn only Selenium or they will learn only Tosca. They will
Okay.
can't find the people who have both the knowledge. That will
Okay.
give the good thing.
Great.
Okay.
So for Selenium, I should know basic scripting knowledge on Java.
Basic programming that part will be covered as part of the training program. For
Okay.
example,
How
now we
many?
are starting the new batch on Monday, like
Okay.
which is started from the very scratch from manual. So that
Okay.
around it will take 3 months of training program to complete the whole manual and automation, including projects level. So like in a 3 to 4 years of guy, how much
Mhm.
knowledge required, that knowledge you will be getting. So that is how it will take 3 months. Okay.
Okay, great. Great. Thank you
Yep.
so much.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. So any more other specific clarifications from anyone? Okay, guys. So please take care about the things. We'll see the
Sir, good afternoon,
same.
sir.
Yep.
This is
Carry
Sai
on.
Krishna, sir. Sir,
Yep.
in real time, in manual, using Zipper scale tool, also using the
That is
test
a
cases
tool.
right there.
Rather than taking with the template, they can use one tool called as a Hyperscale as part of the Zira. Anything to implement each and everything we have in a tools are available in the market.
These both are same, sir. Jira and Zipper
No,
scale, and so many companies are using both
that is
Jira
what
using
I mean.
and Zipper using.
Some people will go with like taking with the Zira. In the Zira, they will take with the plugin called as a Zypher scale. Some people directly they will work with the Zypher scale.
Sir, it
It's
is
totally
visible
depends
in
on
both
their
Zipper
requirements.
scale tool and Jira tool projects. Some
Under
of projects.
Zira, you can install the Zypher. We have an option. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys. Right. So please take care about the things. Thanks everyone for attending the session. We'll see you the same thing in the next week. Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys.